So far, 2025 hasn't really been a great year for movies. Let's be honest. A lot of the releases have felt rushed, predictable, or just plain underwhelming. Here are 5 movies I personally enjoyed more than most this year, and I think they're worth checking out. Let's get into it. The Companion. This one grabbed me right from the start with its atmosphere and world building. It's a dark sci-fi thriller, very moody, very well-paced, and it pulls you into this eerie near future where everything feels just a little off. Critics described it as unnerving and emotionally sharp, with Slash Film calling it a bold and confident debut. It has a very clean visual style, and the performances, especially from Sophie Thatcher, give the film an edge that makes it linger. But in the last 15 minutes, it kind of stumbles. The movie starts bending or outright breaking some of the internal rules it had spent time establishing. It doesn't ruin the experience, but it did pull me out a bit, which is frustrating because until that point, it was really strong. Still, it's easily one of the more distinctive sci-fi films of the year.
The moment we locked eyes, there was just a spark.
The Gorge. This one is a wild mix, romance, action, a touch of horror. And while it didn't work for everyone, I loved how emotionally invested I got. The connection between the two main characters builds so naturally. There's this sense of isolation and danger that forces them together, and it works. You start to imagine yourself in their shoes, asking, would I do the same in that situation? Would I trust this person? The film isn't flawless. Some parts get a little too stylized for their own good, but that immersive, emotionally driven vibe really hit me. And honestly, not many movies this year made me feel that close to what the characters were going through.
There is no outside communication here.
What's that on the other side?
That is East Tower. Contact with the other side is strictly forbidden.
What the hell is that?
The Gorge is the door to hell. And we're standing guard at the gate.
The Assessment. This one stuck with me. It's slow, thoughtful, and kind of heartbreaking in a quiet way. Set in a future where having a child requires government approval, the film raises some heavy questions. What does it mean to start a family when the planet is falling apart? Who gets to decide what kind of life is worth bringing into this world? The film's tone is cold and clinical on purpose, and it builds this incredibly bleak but believable future. And the ending, it doesn't go for shock or twists. It just quietly devastates you. If you're into slow burn, thought-provoking sci-fi, especially the kind that feels disturbingly real, this is one of the rare films this year that actually delivers. And yeah, if you like Silo, this one is definitely for you.
I'm Virginia, your assessor. Over the next 7 days, you'll undergo close observation and formal testing to ascertain suitability for parenting. I want to get to know the real you.
Mommy! Daddy! Stop!
End of test.
Drop. Now, this one's a lean, tight little thriller. Barely over an hour and a half, but it keeps you on edge the whole time. The story follows a single mom on a first date, when suddenly she receives a mysterious file via airdrop on her phone. What starts as a minor annoyance slowly escalates into something far more threatening, and she realizes someone in the restaurant may be targeting her.
Why him? Why does he have to die? They chose me for a reason.
Shot at tequila never kill anybody, right?
Deep cover. This one totally caught me off guard, in the best way possible. At first glance, it looks like your standard undercover cop movie. Crime, drugs, double agents, all that. But it flips the formula into this sharp, stylized dark comedy that had me laughing way more than I expected. And honestly, Orlando Bloom steals the entire movie. He plays this eccentric, overconfident middleman who somehow manages to be both terrifying and absolutely ridiculous, and his comedic timing is perfect. There are scenes where he delivers these bizarre one-liners or reacts to chaos around him with the most deadpan expression, and it just works. What I loved is how the movie doesn't take itself too seriously, but still manages to stay clever. It balances its humor with enough stakes to keep you engaged, but at no point does it lose sight of the fact that it's here to entertain. The direction is bold, the dialogue is fast and witty, and there's a real energy to the whole thing. Like the filmmakers knew exactly the kind of wild, offbeat ride they wanted to take us on. And honestly, after sitting through so many bland, over-serious films this year, Deep Cover felt like a breath of fresh air.
We've managed in 2 years. You can't quit now.
They're just making us up as they go along. Hold him down. Take his dick out.
Told you not to escalate.
It's where the scene went.
So yeah, these were the 5 films I personally got something out of this year. Again, I'm not saying they're masterpieces, but in a year full of forgettable movies, these ones actually left a mark. Let me know if you've seen any of them, or if there's another 2025 release that stood out for you. Drop a comment, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one.